part 2. Okay, part 2 of the questions and answers. Restriction. Alright, let me tell you something about the lap band versus the other weight loss surgery. Gastric bypass, the sleeve. Alright, with the sleeve, the RNY, and the other weight loss surgeries, the difference between that and this one, the lap band, you don't get restriction as quickly. No. We have to wait for restriction. Some surgeons, they fill you the day of the surgery. Might be 2-3 cc's, whatever they might fill you. I was filled 3 cc's. I was filled at 3 cc's the day of my surgery. And I was filled with like a blue dye. And the reason for the blue dye is because when they first go ahead and fill you, they do have a difficult time the first time you get a fill. Fills are usually done, your first fill is usually done 6 weeks out of surgery. So the reason for the blue dye is that they want to detect exactly where the port is. So what they do is they take out a little bit first, and that's how they detect where the port is. So yeah, some people get filled at the day of surgery, some people don't. So it may vary whether you have restriction or not. It's difficult. This is why the lap band is so difficult. Basically, I say that we're pretty much doing it on our own for about, I would say, 2 to 3 months. Basically, because you're not going to get that much You're not going to get that much restriction your first or your second fill, I think that you usually get restriction around your 3rd or your 4th fill, and depending on your doctor, you could get fills like every month. Some doctors are very strict on fills. I didn't get really good restriction, and this is so funny that I didn't get really good restriction until 8 pounds before I hit goal. My goal was at 160. I didn't get restriction until 8 pounds before my goal. Isn't that crazy? Restriction for me started at 5.6 cc. So it really all depends. You also have the Realize band. You have the lap band. I've talked to a couple of people. I've talked to many people. And like I said, these are just my opinions only, but I do notice that there's a difference between the lap band and the Realize band. I think that people get more restriction on the lap band easily, like let's say maybe at 4.5 or 5.1 or something like that, than what they do on the Realize band. Some people go all the way up to 10 cc's. When you get a lap band, you usually get like a 10 cc band, or a 12 cc band. I have a 10 cc band. With the Realize band, I noticed that people their restriction level goes way much higher, meaning that they have to get much more of a fill, like beyond 5 cc's or beyond 6 cc's in order to have really good restriction. And from restriction, that's when you really, I guess, it prevents you from not eating as much. You have your soft stops, you have the PBs. I mean, this is when you start getting some type of restriction. I'm not too sure if I said that the correct way. I hope you guys are not taking it the wrong way. Let me see. How is it different now in maintenance than when you are losing? Oh my goodness, it's like way much more different. I mean, when I was losing weight, it was just true commitment. I didn't cheat at all. I mean, you tell me to go eat fast food, or you tell me to go eat something that I'm not supposed to. I didn't eat no junk food. I didn't eat no potato chips. I didn't touch no burgers, no pizza, no. I mean, I was so strict until the day that I hit my goal at 160. No freaking cakes, no cookies, no nothing. I mean, true dedication, like I said, And then after, maintenance, I'm trying to live like a real person, like a normal person, Sometimes I do eat a cookie, sometimes I do eat a cake, sometimes I do go and eat like a pizza or something like that, But the main thing about maintenance is just me like trying to maintain my weight, It's I can't say that I'm not focused anymore, because that would be a lie, but it's the occasional, you know, sometimes sliding something that I wouldn't have done when I was trying to lose the weight, you know. And somebody also asked me if I'm still doing 5 miles a day, you know, on the treadmill when I was doing it before. No, the answer is no. I would more likely do 3 miles on the treadmill. I'm not working as hard as I was before trying to lose the weight, you know. So yeah, that's pretty much it. How has it affected my husband? I've discussed that in previous videos. They asked if he has gained or lost weight. He's not on a diet, please. he does his own thing, you know. He eats on his own. I mean, I could be there. Oh, also another thing, how I lost it so quickly too. I stopped eating after 7. He eats all kinds of junk after 7 p.m. You know, potato chips. You know, I mean, like, if you do that, you know, you're bound, you know, to gain weight, of course. So yeah, he did his own thing. Let's see, how does it feel to be in the body that I am now? I was thinking about this the other day in my car, because sometimes I do forget, you know. And it's just an amazing feeling, and it's unreal. Unreal. I mean, this is my dream. This has been my dream for the longest. May I remind you that I've never ever been skinny in my life. Always been more than 230. When I had weight loss surgery, I was 275. Never been under 230, you know, for as long as I can remember. 220 the least, maybe, you know. So I've always been fat. So this is my dream body right now, and I'm just enjoying every moment of it. It's like I said, it's unreal, and sometimes I just think, and I'm like, I'm amazed that I'm here. And like, it's just a feeling, like an emotional feeling, like you feel like crying, you know, like you can't believe that you're actually you're actually here. Do you keep the lap band on after you hit go? This question actually makes me laugh, because it's like, why not? Why won't you keep your lap band? Your lap band is a tool. Your lap band is there to help you. Of course, I'll have my lap band forever. If the only time that I would even consider taking my lap band off is if there's some type of erosion, or there's something going on with the lap band, if it flips or any. Maybe, you know, but no, I would never take it off. You know, it's always there to help me. Do I have the same restriction like I did before? No, definitely not. I probably should go back to actually get a fill. I haven't been back to the doctor since, wow, I think maybe April. I don't even know when was the last time you know, I could eat, you know, but I prevent myself from eating, you know. I definitely don't have much restriction, because another thing that you guys don't know is the more you lose weight, the less restriction you have. Let's say if you were tight at one point, if you had good restriction, but the more that you lose weight, the less restriction you're gonna have, you know. If that makes sense to you, please, I hope it does. Now that you have been maintenance, is your restriction completely gone? I think I just answered that. Are you still doing the 5Ks? I was supposed to do one this year, but something happened and I had to go get revision surgery. I do the ones for breast cancer because that's the ones that are most important for me. I'm going to do the one next year, of course, and I think that's going to take place in April. I was trying to do one. I was trying to do a half marathon, actually, with Wendy and Brian, which are 13.1 miles. I was trying to do that one with Wendy and Brian, who's Bandit B and Bandit Wendy, next year, but that didn't work out because it was based on a lottery, and I had to pay like $100, and you didn't even know whether you were going to get in or not. So I thought, you know, I'm not going to do that. But that's pretty much it. Again, I'll answer any questions that you guys have. So take care. Bye.